Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Huge news for NASCAR and the championship hopes. Kevin Harvick, his win is taken away. He's no longer clinched into Miami, but not only that, he has docked 40 points. So he went from being locked in, nothing to worry about next week at Phoenix, to only 3 points above the cutoff. 3 points. That's how much a swinging a penalty can do. I could give you all the specifics and whatever it says in the article. Section 20.49.18.9, 1863. No, I don't know. I'm not going to give you all that specific stuff. Basically, it was an illegal spoiler, aerodynamic, all the fun stuff. But it's got a lot of implications, not on just the playoffs, but for that team and other teams. Other big news, Martin Truex Jr. is confirmed to go to the 19 next year for Joe Gibbs Racing. So Daniel Suarez has to find a ride. Talked about it in a video earlier when they announced that they were shutting down Furniture Row. I thought he would go to the 41, and then, of course, right after I made that video, they were like, oh, yeah, he might go to the 19. I was like, oh, well. But Cole Pern is going with them, but the sponsorship is undecided yet. I'm guessing it's going to be Bass Pro, but we never know. So what this does to the points, Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch still have a nice little gap. They have a 28 and 25 point gap. Joey Logano obviously clinched. And then Harvick only 3 points above the cutoff. So Phoenix is one of his best tracks, so he's going to have to run very well there. Hopefully nothing happens to him like a wreck, or he will be eliminated most likely. And then you got Kurt Busch, who's 3 points behind. Chase Elliott went from 39 points to only 17 points behind. Eric Almirola, he's still 30 or so points behind, 35 points behind. And then Boyer is still 51 points behind in a must-win situation. So this shakes the points up a lot and gives a lot of other guys opportunities. I'd say the only guys who can point their way in is Kurt Busch or Chase Elliott. Kurt Busch is the only realistic shot. Chase Elliott, something would have to happen to the 41 and the 4. But yeah, it could end up coming down to the last lap with a position like 2014 with Newman. And we're at the new Phoenix, so all bets, or not all, but anything could happen. We don't know what could happen. We don't know when people are going to make their moves. The finish line is now that dog leg. You could dive at the bottom. We don't know. But man, it'll be a fun weekend, obviously. But this also has other implications outside of the whole NASCAR playoffs. But Rodney Childers, the crew chief, has been suspended for the final 2 races. Rodney Childers and Kevin Harvick, that's a pretty good duo right there. And Rodney Childers is one of the best crew chiefs in the business. And if, let's say, they advance to Homestead and they don't have him there, that could hurt the team. So that would not be good for the team. That would hurt them. Not having one of the best in the business. Tony Gibson is the replacement. He was the crew chief for Kurt Busch last year when they won the Daytona 500 together. But, man, it's a big deal for the NASCAR world. Usually a win getting taken away is a big deal, but not only is this just a win, but it's a ticket to the championship 4 that was just taken away because the car was illegal. Spoiler. Other cars had penalties. Blaney and Jones, I think both their finishes were taken away, their points, but that doesn't really matter at this point. But chaos. That's pretty chaotic. Points get shaken up. One guy goes from into this championship 4 to out, or he's still in by points, but now he's got a slim margin for error. It's crazy. This last race could end up being crazy, and if Kevin Harvick gets bumped out, man, he's not going to be a happy one. But it could show the flaws of the system. But obviously, don't cheat. Don't make your spoilers illegal. Don't make your body of the car illegal. Don't make the windows illegal when you get them to flap and stuff and make it faster. Just don't do anything illegal. I get that some of these teams are pushing to the edge to try to get the fastest car they can, but sometimes they go over the edge and they get penalized like this. So sometimes you just go too far, and obviously they went too far, and they've been penalized, and they've gotten themselves a penalty. NASCAR gave them a nice giant slap across the face saying, hey, you can't do that. And so by that, championship 4 ticket, gone. Win, gone. I mean, it still shows up as a win in his career stats and all, and for the season stats, but If it were playoff points, all 7 will be taken away, but the championship berth is now gone. He's only 3 points ahead. Kurt Busch could sneak into the championship 4. Chase Elliott could sneak in if he gets a lucky day. Man, Harvick, he's lucky that this is one of his best tracks, because if this was like a Martinsville or something, it would not be looking good for him. So lucky for Harvick, obviously, that this is one of his better tracks that they're going to, but very bad that the car was illegal. That's a bad sign. And it could kill a little bit of the momentum, which would not be fun for them. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching this. I didn't really touch on the Truex situation too much because I kind of talked about it a little bit already. That video will be right here. I don't really talk about it a ton, but I do kind of touch on it. I talk more about the shutdown of Furniture Row. Other random video. I don't know. Yeah. Subscribe. Face click. Just click on it. Yeah. Thanks for watching.